Hello my friends and family, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, we're going to be making spaghetti and meatballs, and it's not just some plain spaghetti. It's going to be very tasty and a quick dish to make for your family. So welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. I appreciate you for stopping by. So I did say we're going to make some real tasty, delicious meatballs. So right here I have my onions, and we're going to dice them up real small because I don't want to have big chunks of onions in there. I'm also going to dice up some scallion, some Scotch bonnet pepper, and some bell peppers. Just a little piece of Scotch bonnet pepper because we don't want it to be spicy, too overbearing with spice. Just to add just a hint of spice in there, and that's up to you if you want to add it. It's very optional. You don't have to. All right, so we're gonna set this aside and continue to chop up our other veggies. So right here I have my favorite pot already heated. I added my butter. I'm just going to allow it to melt and add my bell peppers, onions, and all that good stuff. All right, we're just going to allow them to caramelize real nice. We don't want them to burn. We're just going to saute them in the butter. And I'm also going to add a teaspoon of garlic to add some extra flavor in there. So now that my veggies are properly caramelized, I am going to set them aside and move on to my ground beef. This one is 80% lean and 20% fat. I was trying to go for like a 90-10, but they didn't have any, so I settled for this one. Alright, so I'm just going to use my hands to mash it up just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add my powdered seasonings. So just go ahead and use whatever seasoning you have in your cupboard that you normally use when you're seasoning your beef. All right, I'm just gonna add my seasoning, but I will add them also in my description box. And I don't usually use salt. People are always saying, I don't see you use any salt when you're seasoning your meat. I don't, because all these seasonings contain salt. All right, so I'm also adding my garlic powder and my paprika, my oregano and my parsley. Everything that I'm using right now will be linked in my description box and on the screen for you guys. So in this bowl I have some breadcrumbs that I grated, a piece of bread, and I'm also adding egg and just a little bit of milk. It was about a 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 egg, and about 3 tablespoons. This is the consistency that you want, and so I added about 3 tablespoons of milk. All right, so now I'm just adding that along with my veggies, and I'm gonna make sure that this ground beef comes out really tasty because this sauteed onions and bell peppers and Scotch bonnet pepper, everything was just smelling so good. So now I have my baking pan. I already greased it, and I'm going to use about half. This is a 1/3 cup, and I'm using about half because I want them to have about the same size so that they can cook evenly. So I'm gonna put them in the oven. That way you don't have to be standing over the stove frying them. Just place them in the oven and allow them to cook for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. All right, so I'm just gonna roll them up, make sure that they're about the same size, and just pop them in the oven. So I told you guys that this is gonna be a delicious pasta dish. So instead of making just a plain sauce, I'm making a meat sauce. So I'm just gonna cook my remaining beef, and I'm going to add my prego sauce. For the prego sauce that I'm using the meat flavored one. You don't necessarily have to go out and get that one, but I'm telling you, it tastes really good. It's well flavored with spices and herbs. But so far, this is by far my favorite sauce. But if you guys know of any other one that you want to link in the, you just want to drop it in the comment section, I'll really appreciate that. But so far, this is like my favorite sauce. All right, and as I said before, it don't need much. All I did was added just a pinch of salt in there and some basil leaf, and you can also add bay leaf if you have bay leaf as well. But this is a sauce. It's flavored with meat, and it's the Prego brand. All right, so I'm just gonna add like 1 jar and 3/4, the amount that you add, all depending on the amount of pasta dish that you're making. So after adding all my sauce, I'm gonna go in with a cup of water. All right, and then I'm gonna turn the stove down and allow it to simmer. So I'm just adding my 2 basil leaf. I'm also gonna add a cup of water, allow this to simmer for a minute, and then I'm gonna add my meatballs and allow my pasta sauce to just simmer over my meatballs, and that's it. Next, we're gonna move on to our pasta. So you just want to allow your water to come to a vigorous boil. Add your salt. I'm using a tablespoon of salt, and I'm using a thin spaghetti. It doesn't really matter which brand. I'm just gonna use about 3/4 of this box, and I'm gonna allow it to cook. All right, after it's cooked, I am gonna add it to my sauce, and then our dinner is ready. So there you have it, quick and simple, delicious, flavorful spaghetti and meatballs. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to try this recipe, if this is the way that you make yours, or if not. All right, just let me know in the comment section, and keep the comment section clean. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope to see you in my next one.